Hello citizens and welcome back. This is our match preview for Man City vs Newcastle in the FA Cup. Make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. Let's jump into it. So it's the FA Cup quarter final. We have a chance to make it to Wembley and we've got a good record there. So, I fancy our chances if we go through. I do. I know there's some pretty decent teams left in it. Liverpool is still there as well. But I do fancy our chances. But first up, getting past Newcastle. Now, look, Newcastle have had the injuries this season. They've been a bit up and down. I think they're going through a pretty Newcastle time at the moment. I think they're about where they should be. I know they did really well last season. But I said to Newcastle early on in the season, they're still riding that new manager bounce, that new owner bounce where everyone's still up and hype. And the last couple of months, it's dropped a little bit. Like I said, I know they've had injuries, but this is a Newcastle team that aren't vulnerable if you attack them. They've got goals in them. They do, no matter who plays. They've got goals in them, and we've seen that over the last couple of weeks. They've had some pretty decent results. They've had a couple of 3-2s. They've had a 2-2 as well. They've won 3-0 last week. And, of course, they scored 2 goals against us after being 1-0 down at their ground earlier in the season before we came back and won 3-2. So, look, they do have goals in them. And if you let them counter you, they have got pace, and they have got players up front who can finish. I like a couple of their players. But, that being said, we're kind of in that mode at the moment. We're in title charge mode, and we saw it against Liverpool for about 10 minutes. But we saw it against United as well in the second half in particular. We're ready to grind out results now in every competition, and with the finish line in view, that's usually when we come good. That's usually when we come in clutch, as it were. And I expect that again in this game against Newcastle. And look, if we were at their ground, I think I'd have a different kind of mentality towards it. I'd have a little more concerned than what I do, but at the Etihad, we should really be going through here. We should be going through. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not going to be saying it's 4-5-0 to us. I expect them a close game, maybe 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, something like that. But look, Pep's not going to rest players here. It's not that time. Of course, Ortega's going to come in. He would have come in regardless of Edison's injury. But we're not going to go weak. We're going to go Walker at right back. We're probably going to go Guardiola in this one. I expect Diaz to come back in as well alongside Stones. Rodri, midfield, De Bruyne in there too, because De Bruyne definitely needs game time. He's up and down. He's all over the place, De Bruyne, his performances. And he comes in when we need him to, when he comes off the bench. But when he starts games, he's a bit of a disaster. So give him some more minutes, put him in there. Foden's going to be playing in this one, I have no doubt. Bernardo as well. And Doku on the left with Haaland up front. That's the team I expect Pep to go with. And that's the team I expect to get the job done. And yeah, I think it will be a good game. Like I said, I think it's going to be maybe not end-to-end at the beginning. I think they're going to let us settle on it a little bit, pass the ball around. But once they find their groove about 15-20 minutes in, I expect the rest of that first half to be end-to-end. In the second half, depending on the score at halftime, whether we're going to take the sting out of it or whether we're going to go for it, it could be even more open in that half. Yeah, it's a chance, like I said, it's a chance to go to Wembley, and I like our record there. We have some good memories. The team are on it. We've not lost now for a few months. We're in the groove. We are. And I know we had a pretty poor performance against Liverpool, particularly in that second half. But the defence are just about doing their job, and we're going to need our defence really hard because, we can score goals, but it's clean sheets and defensive performances that also win your titles as well. And we've not got enough clean sheets this season. So let this be the start of one. And after this, of course, it's international break with Arsenal to come up after that. So yeah, we're in that part of the season where it's just the next game, we're out, whatever competition it is. If we lose the next game, we're out of it. So, yeah, we can't afford it. So, yeah, let's go hard. Let's go super hard. Look forward to it. Kickoff's at 5:30, I think. And, yeah, make sure to stick around. Might do a watch along, might not. But, yeah, definitely keep an eye out for the match reaction. Thank you very much for watching, as always. I appreciate it. Let me know your score predictions in the comments. And, yeah, let's go. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.